Good morning, everyone. My name is Nick Sultani. I'm a registered migration agent. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most common questions that I get asked all the time, and that is in relation to visa subclass 190 or the skilled visa sponsored by a state or territory. I receive numerous calls from potential clients, potential migrants, asking me how long does it take for a state to sponsor me. I have lodged an application, or even my own current clients, they ask me the same question, that it's been 1 year or 2 years or a couple of months. It depends, when we lodge the application, and we haven't received any invitation from the state or territory. And then we've checked the website of that state or territory, and it shows that we qualify for the state sponsorship. We meet all the criteria. The answer to this question is that getting sponsorship from a state or territory is like finding a job. You have this fantastic resume, you spend a lot of money, sometimes a couple of $100s, on obtaining a resume or getting a resume done by a professional resume writer, and then you go through the company's website, or maybe sometimes you have an insider working there putting a good word for you and getting all your cards right, and then you apply for the position, and to your dismay you receive no call, or sometimes if the company has resources they contact you to inform you that your application has not been successful. A lot of people think, oh, I met all the criteria, I tick all the boxes, I still didn't qualify for the job. The state or territory nomination or sponsorship is exactly the same. You meet all the criteria, but that doesn't mean that you get an invitation from that state or territory. And then for that reason, you should be always be careful not to rely so much on the state or territory sponsorship, although you meet all the criteria. As an agent representing you or acting on your behalf, we can certainly assist. We can write submissions in support of your application to increase your chances of getting a successful selection by the state or territory, but it doesn't mean that based on that submission there's a guarantee that you get a positive outcome or you get an invitation from a state or territory. In my experience, if you, for example, nominating yourself for a state or territory, you got to have reasons, good reasons. Most of the times having a job offer helps a lot. If you have a job offer or you're working in that state or territory for some time, an employer is willing to give you a reference letter or a formal job offer or an employment contract, which is at least, for example, for 2 years. There is no set term, but 2 years is typically what is being seen favorable by relevant authorities and governmental departments. Is a good indication that you will have good prospects of remaining in that state or territory and committing to a life in that state or territory. Therefore, having a job offer can increase your chances. When you're selecting a state to go there, it's always good to choose a state that you live in there. That doesn't always mean that you qualify, because the state that you live in may have a different criteria for the selection or nomination. But if you tick all the boxes, if you meet all the criteria and you have a valid job offer, which is also verifiable, you have good chances of getting selected. I have come across some people who choose any state on their expression of interest. So you basically tell the whole Australia that I'm willing to relocate to your state. This usually works with the overseas clients, which never have been in Australia, never lived in Australia. States may see that as a good thing. The person is willing to live everywhere and make a living for themselves. But if you're living, for example, in New South Wales and you try to get a state nomination from Victoria, that is, in my view, almost impossible. That being said, I hope you all get an invitation from state or territory of your selection, or if you're choosing, and look forward to seeing you all in Australia one day. Have a good day. Bye-bye.